guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Jake. This is PB Quest Outdoors. If you guys haven't, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. It's a little button on one of these corners. I'd really appreciate that. This is season 4, episode 5. If you guys haven't seen all the other episodes, tune into those. Make sure you watch them. They're turned out pretty good. This season's actually been one of the best seasons I've ever had. In this video, guys, it's going to be a little bit different. Not because I want it to be, but because it has to be. I just didn't get the footage when I was up there. I had no time to get anything. I had deer all over me. I couldn't be talking into my camera, so there's hardly any talking. So that being said, we're going to pick up right where we left off in episode 4. Greg had just found his deer on November 2nd. We tracked it, found it, deer by the name of Cyclops, just a big, huge bodied deer, older deer. I had to talk him into going with me. I'm like, man, I can't film out of this big oak that we're going to this evening. It's too big around. I can't fit my camera arm on it. So I'm like, Greg, I need you, man. I need you to come film me. So I talked him into it. He wasn't going to, but he did. We sat in a buddy stand down there, and we ended up seeing some deer. This spot is it's a great spot. It's actually where I shot that deer at last year, my 2020 buck. It's an awesome food plot with either standing corn or standing beans, probably around 4:30, 5 o'clock. We saw a couple deer come out and feed into the corn. I got my binoculars and I'm looking at them, and all of a sudden big old mature buck comes right into my binocular sight. So I said, Greg, there's a shooter down there, and I couldn't tell which one he was. I don't think that we have any pictures of this deer. I knew he was a 10-pointer. Mass throughout his rack. He was actually making a scrape at 194 yards, locked down with a doe. Just an awesome buck. And I thought about that deer all night. He got me shook.
So we've just rattled to a good-sized 10-pointer. It's got Jake shook up a little bit.
The next morning, I took the hike to the North Ridge, the dreaded hike, my favorite spot on the whole place. So I sit down, first light, I can hear something, it's a raccoon walking right underneath me. Then I hear a buck grunting. And this was probably 150, 200 yards away, but it is dead calm. There is no wind. I'm looking over and I can't see him because it's too dark. I hear some deer walking right underneath me. I look and I have 5 small bucks walking in a parade line straight to me. There were so many deer that I couldn't hardly move. And I was afraid if I would mess something up that I would lose my shot at this buck. So I'm sitting there quiet. I hear another deer come from behind me, and he was a 9-pointer. At first, I thought that was the buck I was after, because all I saw was that one side. You know, he had 5 on that side that was facing me. So if the other side matched, he was the 10. And I'm looking, and he's 30 yards broadside, and I'm like, and I got to looking real close at his rack, and it was just spindly, you know. I'm like, that's not the deer we saw last night, because he had mass throughout his antlers. He got out to about 45, 50 yards. I looked at him, got a better look. It started to get lighter out. I could tell that it wasn't him, and I made the right choice. About that time, the grunts started getting closer. So at this time, my heart's pounding. I look, and I see that it's him. And I finally get the footage of him, the first footage of him.
That's our shooter. It's too far.
He walked broadside at about 45 yards. I had ranged him, dialed my sight in to 45 yards. I put the camera on him, but when my camera would have a clear shot, I wouldn't have a clear shot. But when I would have a clear shot, my camera wouldn't have a clear shot. So there was one twig, I ain't kidding you, it was like this long and smaller than a pencil, that kept me from taking the shot at 45 yards. Things didn't work out, so I'm not gonna force a shot on a mature buck like that. So I waited, and they hung out about 65, 70 yards. For the longest time, I'm standing there, and there's deer everywhere, and I'm not filming them. I had one other buck come in, big bodied deer, small rack. He kind of saw what they were doing, and then he took off running and kept chasing. So fast forward about 35 minutes, I've already texted Greg and all my buddies like, hey, the buck I'm after is up here at 65 yards, and I snap a picture and send it to him. He's just standing there. Finally, I don't know what it was, something spooked them to where they ran straight past me into 30 yards and stopped. I have no idea what it was, but I had shut everything off for how long they were over there. So I'm hurrying and turning my mic on, turning my camera on. They're both on high alert, just looking behind us, tails up. The buck is acting weird, as you'll see. He's stomping and stepping towards whatever it was, and I wasn't looking at whatever they were looking at. I was looking at him. It was probably a 200-inch deer that I could have shot. But no, I had tunnel vision on him. That was the deer I wanted to shoot, and I ranged him at 26 yards. I dialed my sight in, and I knew that the way the camera was, I have to lean back like this to see the viewfinder. So I had to just back it all the way out and turn the camera in hopes that I got him on camera.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh my God. He's a horse, man. Wow. I just killed him.
Did you really?
Greggy's right there.
Al, did you hear that? Yeah. He's laying dead. Don't bring the four-wheeler.
I shot him, and as soon as I shot, he ducked, and he just dropped. I hit that artery, or I hit like his neck. He just dropped and spun when I shot, and then he tried to get back up, so I shot him again.
He's taking it in. That's what he's look at him. Look at him.
Alright guys, I don't think I got him on camera, but they came running in and I had to take the shot. pumped up. He's a stud we saw last night. So when I shot, I hit high and he just dropped. So I had to hurry up and put another arrow in him. No tracking job required.
Did you? Which one?
Big 10.
The Big 10?
Didn't go 20. He's right there.
Holy smoke. Get down. I want to see.
He's a hoss, man. He's a hog.
You got it on video?
I don't know. I had $5 before shooting light underneath my stand. Does running around chasing.
Freaking awesome.
Dude.
All right. Just when you get down, give me a call
Alright.
on FaceTime.
Okay.
All right.
All right, bye.
Right before I shot, I'm at full draw and I have it on him, but he's starting to quarter and quarter and quarter. And I'm like, he's gonna bolt. So I shot, and I'm not happy with the shot at all. I've shot deer with a better shot, and I've had to track them far, so it's kind of like a double-edged sword. I'm happy with it. I didn't have to track him, but I'm also not happy with it because I practice more than that. And I shouldn't rush a shot either, but this deer really got me shook up, guys. But the amount of emotion that took over after I shot that deer was unlike any kind of emotion I've had during deer hunting. And there's a reason for that. A lot of you guys don't know what it is, but I did at this point. I knew that this was going to be my last hunt on this property. This property was pretty special to me, and it was unlike any other I've ever hunted. My buddy Greg has a daughter who's wanting to get into hunting, and she's going to be coming out there with him. So I was told beforehand that this was going to be my last year. Basically, after I shot this deer, I'm basically just taking it all in. I knew that this was going to be the last time I'd be on the North Ridge, which is a pretty awesome place. A lot of footage from a lot of my other videos. Guys have been on this ridge. So that's basically the emotion that I'm feeling. Actually, every single one of these bucks came from that property. So he'll look real good up there with them all. All right, guys, here he is, tagged out. A great buck, big old mature, probably 5.5-year-old deer. My buddy Greg's behind the camera. He tagged out yesterday. Probably the earliest year we've ever been tagged out. This'll probably be my last hunt on this property, unfortunately, but I've had some great times up here and had some great memories. Shot a lot of big deer up here. I want to thank Greg. He's truly been a blessing in my life just to let me come out here as long as he has, and we'll get him taken care of. He's got good mass all throughout. His antlers, big bases, big old head, big neck. I mean, this is a deer that you could shoot every year and be happy, you know. I'm not happy with the shot I had, but then again, I've shot deer with a better shot and had to track them 800 yards. There was no tracking job required. I had to put another arrow in him to make sure, but it's a great deer, super happy and blessed. So if you guys are watching PB Quest Outdoors, stay tuned. Should have some more footage during shotgun season.
Ooh.